Okay, here we go. We're gonna do the podcast. So first, we need the video file, which you get from StreamYard. Just hit download recording and grab the download. Once we have the download, gotta find it on disk, and then go into Camtasia. Open up the existing In-Ear Insights episode file. Inside here, clear out the previous week's file. And if there's a closed caption file, delete that as well. And then go and find this week's video file. It should be TV podcast. Drop that in. Make sure that it is scaled to fit the window. Scroll all the way to the right. Make sure that we have our closing announcement. Zip the timeline down, shrink it down here. And now just make sure we have transitions. Select all, do favorites, select fade. And then save. And then we export to disk. And then name it TI Podcast. This week is GA4 migration. We're going to export to MP4 and go. Now, I already did that because it takes about 25 minutes to get done. Once you have the video file, then you go to your desktop, type in ffmpeg-i, TI podcast.mp4 is the video file, -AC1 for audio channel 1, -QA2 for audio quality 2, and then rename it .mp3, let it do its thing. Yes. After that, take it to, go to Otter, go to import, find the MP3 file, and that gets dragged in here. This will take, again, about 15 to 20 minutes. It's basically 30 seconds for every one recorded minute is what it takes in order to do Otter's translation. When it's done, go into Otter, go to export. First, export as an SRT file. Second, go export, and then go to a TXT file. Make sure that these two options are turned off. And continue. Okay. Open up the text file in text editor. We see it looks like this. Do a find and replace. We're going to do a replace on period with a space, period, 2 backslashes. This will space out the file, make it a lot easier to read. Okay, save. Next, we need to, let's see, we've got the video file. Okay, now it's time to do the blog post. So let's go to the website. All right, new post. We're going to need to go to Canva as well. And let's go ahead and choose our podcast image. Podcast In-Ear Insights, and this is going to be planning a Google Analytics for migration. Space out a little bit, make it look good. Download. Okay, while that's downloading, copy and paste that title there. Okay, there's our text. Gonna do our block of text here, which is our podcast placeholder. Go down here, choose podcast as our most used category, and then let's do analytics. let's see, this is Google Analytics. We mentioned Google Tag Manager, Google Day Studio is mentioned in the show, and this is organizational change and organizational theory. Our feature image, we're going to take our Canva download and drop that in. Okay, paste our title in so that we get the search juice there. Okay, this looks good so far. Next, YouTube. Copy this text, we're going to need that. YouTube, upload video. Take our MP4 file. Drop it in. And our description, that goes there. And our title, that goes there. Copy that YouTube URL. Go back to the blog post. Substitute it in this line here. Then just take that last portion. Copy that. Paste it over the XXX there. Thumbnail is the Canva image. Playlist, podcast. Scroll down, more options. Tags, go to the Evernote tag collection. This is Google Analytics, so we'll go to our YouTube keywords. Analytics. Paste that in. Subtitles file. That's where our SRT file goes. Okay. Next. Schedule this. Today we are released on the 21st at 6 a.m. New York City time. Okay, that's scheduled. Close that. Now, next part, we need to go ahead and preview our post. Looks good. There's the YouTube. All right, selecting everything from below there through the title image. I'm going to copy that. Switch over to Libsyn. Log in. Choose the correct show. Go to Content, Add New Episode. We're going to add our media file. This is going to be our MP3. Okay. That looks good. Go to details. In the description, paste, and you'll see our YouTube video pops in right in there. Choose our show title. Scroll past all this. Go to artwork. We don't need any artwork stuff. Go to scheduling. Basic release expiration. Set new release date. The following day. I'm going to release this at 7 a.m. Update our ID3 tags and publish. Now we go back to, okay, that's good. Go back to our blog post where the XXX is. The file name goes there. Copy and paste in both spots. Copy the entire string. Go down to podcast. Put it in the podcast file section. Choose full for normal episodes for iTunes. So now we should have YouTube video links and audio links. Last part is the transcript. Take the transcript, select all, copy that, and paste it in here. That looks good. Change our publication time to the 21st at 8:53 a.m. So now we should have, let's just double check. Title, we have the episode, video, audio, transcript. Categories chosen. Scroll all the way down. Check for audio link. We're good to go. That's scheduled. This should be almost done processing. Looks good. Okay, next. Back to Camtasia. Open up Camtasia. And in here, go to File, Import. And we're going to import our captions file. Scrub through, look for a lack of embarrassing actions. Expand the timeline, take note, 739. Drag the slider to 8:37. There we go. Good. And export. Say select only the selection. TiPod.ig is the name of our file. This is a 1-minute excerpt with subtitles. While we wait for that, open up Evernote or the syncing application of choice. And then swap that out with the text on the blog post. Okay, that's our pod text. That's going to get synchronized so we can copy it to the mobile device. This is done. You can save this. And now this gets dragged over to Dropbox. The video file then will be on the phone, and then tomorrow we release it. So that's the process for the podcast from beginning to end.